大家晚上好啊！歡迎大家咧翻嚟收睇由 Quinta Do Asia 主持嘅直播，我係 Vanessa，
我係 Evan，Hello 大家好。
Hello， 係啊，咁今日咧就想同大家咧都探討一下，即係歐洲嘅一個城市啦。咁然之後咧，因為其實最近大家可能都會常留意移民啦。咁另外其實歐洲嘅 Golden Visa 嗰個移民簽證都好受大家歡迎。
係啊，咁其實講真，即係大家可能即係或者可能都諗緊啊，英國好、澳洲好，或者可能係其他國家。咁其實歐洲之前即係 Golden Visa 咧，又自從即係幾年前推出以嚟咧，其實都有即係都幾受歡迎嘅。其實好多人都會諗住申請啦。咁因為其實講真，你 Golden Visa 我申請咗，咁其實即係我可以去到即係歐盟裏邊好多個國家都可以啦。咁其實我哋今日咧就同大家講下其中一個比較即係低門檻啲啦，就葡萄牙啦。係啊，咁葡萄牙咧其實佢即係喺咁多 Golden Visa 嚟講咧，佢個門檻咧其實都唔算話特別高。咁其實咧就可能大家聽即係葡萄牙可能就覺得啊，可能係里斯本啊，或者係波圖啊。咁啊，其實咧可能因為即係通常大家可能去旅行都去得多啦。咁其實呢兩個城市咧，其實咧喺啱啱 Golden Visa 咧推出嗰陣時，其實好多人都喺呢兩個城市度申請啊。
好熱門啊！
係啊，都好熱門啊！咁其實咧咁啊都係熱門啦。咁所以咧咁當然咁啊即係都會
需求就好大，係啊。
係啦，需求大啦，咁而呢兩個城市咧，其實佢嗰個即係樓市啊，或者可能係咧佢好多發展咧，其實都因為呢個 Golden Visa 而帶動咗唔少啊，咁所以其實當你嘅樓價都即係飆升咗啦，咁當然啦，即係有供求就有即係有需求嘅問題啦，咁所以其實可能大家都有留意開 Golden Visa 咧，其實都知道咧，呢兩個城市咧，其實佢嗰個Golden Visa 嗰個移民政策或者嗰個門檻咧，其實都已經係提高咗啲㗎啦，係啦，咁所以其實即係可能大家啊，如果我想去即係想移民葡萄牙咁其實咁有冇其他嘅即係呢兩個城市可能
係啦，因為其實Golden Visa 個優勢就係話，即係雖然你而家可能係投資即係葡萄牙嘅房產啦，但係其實佢都可以係一個即係係咪講話踏腳石咧，或者一個係啦，你可以其實申請完之後，你亦都係可以去到其他嘅國家，
即係尤其是即係歐洲唔同啦。咁首先你係啦，歐盟裏邊咯。係啊，咁或者可能有啲其實我本身嗰個目的，我想攞咗個即係攞多個即係簽證先啦，passport 咁啊，咁條後路先啦。咁其實咁就未必話真正係需要去即係咁有迫切性個移民呢個咁嘅需求。咁但係其實都想攞咗先。咁啊，另外有啲目的，大家咧就可能會諗下啊，其實即係如果海外投資啦、房產投資啦，咁其實歐洲都可能係一個即係大家會考慮嗰個選項咯。因為講真你海外房產其實大家都係諗嗰個回報率啦嘛，咁其實即係你回報率嘅話，其實基本上你嗰個 percentage 比較好啦，或者可能係其實佢個配套係比較足嘅話，或者可能係嗰個地點都係比較熱門嘅話，其實大家都會去考慮咯。咁所以其實我哋即係都諗住趁即係我哋呢個做直播啦，都可以同大家即係介紹多啲唔同嘅城市、唔同嘅國家咯。即係當然啦，其他啲熱門我哋當然都會同大家去介紹多啲啦。咁其實我哋都希望即係唔會淨止係某幾個國家咯，其實係啊，
帶多啲資訊同埋可能參考嘅資料俾到大家啦。
係啊，
咁所以今日就頭先有提到講葡萄牙啦，咁但係就會想講一個即係特別啲嘅城市啦，咁就係阿爾加維啦。咁其實可能有啲觀眾咧，其實都唔陌生嘅，因為可能即係香港人其實都好中意去旅行，咁可能亦都已經有去過呢一個城市啦。因為其實呢一個城市真係好靚喎，陽光與海灘咁樣。
係啊，或者可能咧，即係香港朋友或者係亞洲嘅朋友，可能就比較即係陌生少少啦。咁其實咧，但係喺歐洲或者係外國嚟講咧，阿爾加維呢一個城市咧，其實都係好受外國即係話其他歐洲尤其是英國人嘅歡迎㗎。咁其實喺以前咧，佢哋即係當然啦，COVID 之前啦，咁其實佢哋即係如果想度假嘅話咧，其實呢一個咧係一個其中一個好熱門，
佢哋都飛去
係啊，直接飛過去咁去度假咯。咁我哋可能即係聽得少啲，但係其實佢都係幾熱門㗎。咁所以我哋今日其實都即係想同大家講，即係介紹多啲呢個城市啦。咁或者可能遲啲大家即係 COVID 完咗之後，大家就可以即刻飛過去旅行或者去即係兜個轉咯。係啊，
同埋就係相比起即係可能頭先講到嘅里斯本啦，同埋波圖咧，呢一個城市因為始終都係未 同即係之前提起呢兩個城市講，就係話嗰個需求咁大嘅時候咧，所以佢個投資門檻都係比起頭先里斯本同埋波圖嗰邊係比較平少少咯。
係啊，咁所以我哋今日咧其實都即係當然都請到即係當地嘅即係代表同我哋即係傾下啦，究竟即係介紹多啲阿爾加維呢一個 Algarve 呢個嘅城市啦。咁同埋其實究竟有咩優質嘅項目啦，同埋其實大家可能亦都會比較關注多啲就係 Golden Visa。咁其實我哋今日嘅直播都會同大家即係都會詳細再講多少少咯。咁當然啦，我哋其實都知道即係大家都頭先講到度假嗰個景咁靚啊。咁其實我哋即係嚟緊呢個直播咧都會喺現場同大家喺度睇下啊，其實現場一個阿爾加維 Algarve 嘅即係個項目喺呢個地方究竟係即係嗰個環境啊，或者周邊啊靚唔靚啊，或者可能裏邊嗰個項目究竟係點啊？咁大家就
拭目以待。
係
因為其實都提一提就係話，其實每位可能觀眾朋友對於投資海外物業嗰個即係需求或者佢哋本身個目的都唔同啦。咁所以希望今日直播嘅資訊都可以即係帶到少少參考俾大家。咁如果有任何問題啦，都歡迎可以私信我哋啦。咁我哋會盡去解答大家問題啦，或者揾翻即係專業人士嘅意見啦。同埋今日嘅直播，我哋都會有即係我哋嘉賓嘅一個聯絡資料啦、email 啊、WhatsApp。咁我哋打陣咧都會將個 contact 擺喺Facebook 嘅 comment box 嘅。咁所以大家有任何問題咧，都歡迎喺 comment box 度留言，或者可以直接就聯絡翻即係speaker 嗰邊啦。咁就去了解更多。因為可能有陣時直播時間有限啦，或者可能大家問嘅問題比較深入，可能 Golden Visa 究竟即係可能你有 budget 或者要點樣申請咧？想多啲仔細啲嘅資料咧，都可以直接聯絡我哋嘅speaker 嘅。咁因為其實可能頭先有講到啦，今日都好開心，個嘉賓咧亦都可以打陣咧喺現場咧就直播成個環境俾大家。咁相信即係可能阿爾加維呢個地方咧，對於投資者嚟講咧，就會係即係可能係有機會係退休啊，或者係投資嚟可能做一啲即係 Airbnb 啊嗰啲形式咯。因為其實今日個項目咧都會係喺即係如果打高爾夫球即係好中意 golf 嘅朋友咧，就即係戶外活動啊，係啊。咁所以其實咧，即係都再即係鼓勵下大家啦，係啦。咁如果有大家對 Golden Visa 或者係對呢個城市或者呢一個葡萄牙一個國家有啲咩問題咧，都歡迎大家喺我哋嘅 comment box 度留言。咁我哋其實咧即係收集到大家嘅意見，收集到大家嘅問題之後咧，咁我哋咧就喺稍後嘅時間喺直播咧就會問翻我哋嘅現場即係嘉賓啦。咁希望可以答到我哋嘅，係啦。好，事不宜遲啦，係啦，我介紹我哋第一位嘉賓。係啦。好。係啦，我呢位嘉賓咧，其實咧，我邀請咗呢個嘉賓出嚟先，係啦，係啦，呢位嘉賓咧，其實就係我哋即係喺即係葡萄牙當地啦。咁其實咧，佢係即係 from Skylar Group 嘅，係啦，咁就係 Margaret。Hello Margaret。Hello Margaret。
Hello Juwai. Hello Vanessa and Ivan. It's so lovely to be here today. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you, Margaret. And we just mentioned about like Skylar Group. So would you like to tell us more about what does Skylar Group doing, and what the services that you guys can provide to us, like including the property investment or the golden visa or all those stuff. Yeah.
Certainly. Thank you. First of all, I'd just like to say a warm welcome to all our viewers today in Hong Kong. It's an absolute pleasure to be with you, and we thank you for your time in your busy schedules. Hong Kong is one of my favorite cities, and I wish I could be there in person. And as soon as travel corridors open up, we will be there to see you in person. But for now, we're presenting live from Portugal, and I wish to take you through the Wyndham Grand Algarve residences today. Skylar Group is an expert in branded residences. We have been in this business for over 20 years, working with brands such as the Mandarin Oriental, one of my favorite brands, the Aman, Bulgari, Four Seasons, all in the residential category, selling second homes to international buyers. But the product that we're going to be launching for the first time, so this is the first time anyone's heard about this product. It's a very special moment for us, and I hope it's a special moment for your viewers because they are the first to hear about our offering today. And this is one of my favorites. It's a mass affluent brand, so it's not super expensive. but it has all the comforts of a 5-star serviced hotel lifestyle. It's really exciting, and I'm super excited to get going and introduce you to this property and everything that it has. We'll be talking about A, the location of Portugal, B, our exact location and why it's the best location in Portugal. Then we'll be taking you to the hotel and the residences, followed by a live visit to our built property, which is awaiting you for immediate occupancy. So, and then we'll just take you through the investment opportunity and the returns, the golden visa process that you mentioned before. We'll look at that in detail, as well as the tax incentives that are in Portugal, and then we'll open up for Q&A, questions and answers. I'll be delighted to hear some questions. So that's the order of today, I believe.
Yes, and we're so excited to know more about Algarve, the city. And we just mentioned in the opening that the Hong Kong people may not be so familiar with the city, and but this city actually is so popular in European countries, and this is a very amazing and beautiful city. So would you like to, first of all, introduce us more about Algarve? Yep.
About the Algarve, definitely. Well, first of all, it's not a city, it's a coastline resort, and the Algarve is 150 kilometers of beach. So it's a well-known area of for holiday visitors, and boasts 300 days of sunshine a year. So why don't we just go into the presentation, and I'll take you through Portugal, then the Algarve, and then our particular location in the Algarve, which is the gem of the Algarve. So location is everything. Portugal has it all. It's an excellent country to invest and live in. As you may know, Union and belongs to the Eurozone. So that means that within the Eurozone there is a free market, free travel, free circulation of people and goods, without the custom barriers as a hindrance. So it's a strong, stable economy, and is a very safe place to live. In fact, if you look at the 2020 Global Peace Index, Portugal ranks number 3 as one of the safest places to live. Ahead of that is, it's only beaten by Iceland and New Zealand. So then you have Portugal, and then after Portugal you have Austria and Denmark. So it's one of the safest places to live in, which is reassuring for any international property investor. It's full of culture. I'm sure when I used to live in Hong Kong, I used to make many visits to Macau, which was a Portuguese territory. That's where I had my first Portuguese custard tart, and I'll never forget it. Absolutely delicious. So I'm sure your viewers today will have some inkling of the heritage and Portuguese culture, but it really does offer that Mediterranean food, sandy beaches, crystal clear waters, lifestyle, and is associated with one of the greatest cultures in the art of hospitality. So looking at the top of our icons here, we've got a temperate climate. So what does that mean? 300 days of sunshine a year. And shortly we'll be going live for a tour of the hotel and the residences. And you will see that even in January, it's 22 degrees and the sun is shining. Perfect day for golf today. So that's one of the reasons it's incredibly popular. It's also one of the healthiest and most affordable countries in Europe, which is making it a very hot destination to invest in at the moment. It's family friendly. It welcomes everybody, and it's worth noting that it's the second best country in the world on migrant immigration policies. So it really is welcoming to everybody, and children are welcome everywhere. As you mentioned before, Ivan, it's one of Europe's top 10 tourist destinations because of all that fabulous sunshine and beaches, and there's so many things to do. It's very glamorous. There's incredible restaurants, and there's something for everyone, whether it's tennis, whether it's golf, whether it's swimming, water sports activities, horse riding, fitness, cycling, running. This is the place that has it all. English is spoken very widely throughout the country, so there's none of those complications of language barriers. You're always going to be understood. And Portugal's easy to get to. It's the gateway to Europe. Madrid is a 60-minute flight away, Barcelona 2 hours, Paris and London merely 2.5 hours. And we've got all that grey, cold, horrible weather. So we're always eager to get to Portugal and the Algarve to see some sunshine. If we can go to the next slide, please. Thank you. So here we have a map for you to look at. So we've got a little globe here, and as you can see, geographically speaking, the Algarve is one of the most southwestern regions in Europe. That's why it captivates all that lovely sunshine. As I mentioned briefly before, it's 150 kilometers of coastline, and that is natural, beautiful beaches that are pristine, well kept, cared for. And the Algarve itself has its own distinct cultural identity that has developed through a rich history of trading that dates back to centuries ago. Again, kind of Macau is part of that heritage and tradition. You can see the Wyndham Grand's logo right in the middle, just above Quinta Do Lago, which is our location. We're less than 20 minutes from the Faro Airport, which is an international airport. And what I love about this project is that when I go and visit, it's so easy. You arrive by plane, you're picked up in a chauffeur-driven car, and within minutes, you're in the comfort of your own 5-star serviced home. It really is phenomenal. Most other competitors of ours are a lot further away, so you've got to drive under an hour, but still 45-50 minutes to get to other locations. So ours is very seamless in terms of location and makes it a very kind of sought after destination.
Is so which means the location itself is one of the unique selling point for these projects and this location, and so no wonder this is like Algarve is one of the hottest like vacation or holiday destinations for the tourists. Yeah,
that's right, Ivan, exactly. And when we look at Quinta Do Lago, where we are situated in the Algarve, if we can just drop to the next slide, please. Thank you. So Quinta Do Lago is just, location is everything. And if the Algarve is an incredible location, Quinta Do Lago is the jewel in the crown. This is the most spectacular golden mile on that entire coast. I can't stress that enough. Location really is everything, and Quinta Do Lago forms part of what is very well known as the Golden Triangle. It's something that you can Google and find out about, but the Golden Triangle is the most premier destination in the Algarve, and within that Golden Triangle, Quinta Do Lago is the Golden Mile. So there is no better destination in this phenomenal destination than the pinpoint that our hotel is in. It really is an incredible AAA location. So just to talk about Quinta Do Lago, it is built with a vision. It was built with a vision in the end of the 1970s to be Europe's finest golf, leisure and lifestyle resort. So Quinta Do Lago is a private resort on its own. And then the Wyndham Grand Algarve is a private 5-star hotel within this private resort. So you not only have access to all these 5-star facilities at the Wyndham Grand Algarve, but around you, you have 7 golf courses, fitness facilities, and which we'll get into more detail later. Look at these beaches and lagoons. I mean, it's just extraordinary. You've got this kind of nature reserve of the Rio Formosa around you, which is a protected natural parkland and beach coastal area that will never be built on, low density build. And within Quinta Do Lago, you have private security, meticulous attention to detail in the way that the resort is cleaned and maintained, and landscaped. I mean, even the roundabouts have beautiful landscaping on them. As soon as you enter Quinta do Lago, you know you're an extraordinary destination. All the streets are tree lined with beautiful pines. This is an area of utter perfection. And here you have villas that are sold regularly between a range of $5 to $20 million US dollars, high prices. And I think, Ivan, when we discussed this before, we likened it to, just to help your viewers understand how popular this location is, we likened it to the location of Phuket, which I know very well. So I think Hong Kong, people know Phuket very well. When I lived in Hong Kong, I would go to Phuket, and it's a similar comparable in terms of the fact that it's easy to get to. It's full of 5-star. Sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead, please.
Sorry. Yeah. It's full of 5-star hotels. It's got this beach resort, incredible restaurants. It's very glamorous and sophisticated, and within easy reach for Hong Kong tourists to get to. So a little bit like Phuket, Quinta do Lago is like the Phuket for Europeans, because it's attracting lifestyle buyers, those seeking property for investment, because this area is so specific to luxury and maintenance, and they spend much more money on all the local with a private medical assistance. It has its own private ambulances, its own private security. So we've already told you that Portugal is the third safest country to live in the world. Then in Quinta do Lago, you have a layer of private security on top of that. So it's even more exclusive and safe than anywhere else. It's really a magical place. So it also has villas that sell for in excess of 20 million. So our apartments range between kind of 500 to 800,000. We'll come on to that later. It's more of a mass affluent product, but that's why we're secure that it's going to hold its value, attract high-end people to come and stay, to shore up your rental returns, and offer a fabulous haven for holidays and a second home.
Yeah, thank you, Margaret. And we know that you also prepare like some video clips for our Hong Kong audience. But before that, and would you mind like Vanessa and me just highlight some like key points of what you said and in Cantonese to our Hong Kong audience first?
Yeah. That would be so kind, thank you.
Yeah， 係啊，咁其實啱啱咧 Margaret 咧就同我哋即係都提出，即係都介紹咗即係 Algarve 呢個城市啦。咁啊，其實咧就其實都講咗啦 ，Portugal 咧即係葡萄牙啦。咁其實咧就係其中一個即係都比較即係安全，即係第三安全嘅即係國家啦嚇。咁其實大家都會諗，無論我投資又好，自己住又好，咁其實都係一個即係安全嘅地方，都係比較穩陣啲啦。咁啊，自己住就安全啦。咁啊，投資嘅話就係最緊要都係要 stable 啊，穩定啦，即係夠 safe 啦。咁其實亦都即係講咗呢一個嘅城市，其實都係一個即係佢個地理位置啦。咁其實地理位置亦都即係成就咗佢係一個非常之好嘅度假天堂啦。因為其實佢即係都即係一年裏邊有300日咧，其實都係即係都有好即係好陽光。因為其實佢係近即係大西洋沿岸啦。咁所以其實佢個沙灘啊，即係嗰個 shoreline 啊，嗰個即係嗰個即係水清沙幼啦咁。咁其實另外一個咧 Margaret 咧，亦都其實佢都講咗咧，其實佢呢一個嘅地方咧，其實喺 Algarve 裏邊其實真係就係
佢屬於即係可能亦都係呢一個 project 啦，或者成個即係項目嘅區域咧，佢都話係一個即係金三角嘅位置啦。咁亦都即係即係如果用其他亞洲嘅國家係度假城市嚟講嘅話咧，其實就好似泰國嘅布吉咁樣啦，亦都係有好多即係high-end 嘅一啲 resort 啊、villa 啊。係啊，咁
同埋其實都有講到啦，其實佢即係喺呢一個地方啦，咁其實佢本身嗰啲 villa 咧，其實都係一啲即係比較即係豪宅類嘅，即係比較 luxury 啲嘅。咁啊，其實都可能去到美金即係2-3千萬或以上啦。咁啊，其實相比起嚟咧，其實呢一個項目其實喺呢一個地方咧，其實大家咧個門檻咧就比較低，同埋比較入門啲。咁其實即 就擺個關子先啦。咁其實都唔會話特別好貴嘅，係啦係啦。咁或者可能大家就頭先有聽嘅話，其實 Margaret 都有講咧，其實大概咧即係50萬歐羅到。咁啊，其實呢個門檻亦都係啱啱就可以去申請到 Golden Visa。咁呢個咧就我哋就拭目以待，一陣再睇啦。咁我哋其實咧即係亦都即係希望我除咗去講睇 PowerPoint 啲相咁靚之外，其實都準備咗個 video 俾大家睇咯。
係因為成個 project 其實咧都係頭先就係話項目咧係位於喺一個 Quinta Do Lago 嘅一個即係高爾夫球即係中心嘅即係
戶外活動啦。
同埋因為佢其實都係喺一個即係受保護嘅自然公園嗰個即係項目嘅即係周邊嘅一部分啦。咁所以其實成個項目周邊嘅環境都係好休閒、好舒適，
同埋個 security 都係比較好啲啦。即係其實佢本身呢一個嘅即係國家都係安全啦。咁其實呢一個城市呢個地方都係一個好安全嘅地方。咁其實頭先都講咗點解，就係佢本身佢起啲豪宅都係即係諗住吸納啲 high end 嘅 investment 啦。
即係佢哋大家通常 high end 嘅客都會係好注重 privacy 啦，
安全啦。
亦都有講過就係話可能佢哋亦都有自己嘅專業團隊啊，或者即係可能接送啊等等。
係啊，咁所以其實大家或者可能即係嚟住啦，或者可能嚟投資啦。咁其實呢樣嘢安全方面，大家係唔需要擔心㗎，因為其實佢哋本身都係做得比較足咯。咁但係我哋都即係唔講咁耐啦，我哋去片先，去片先。係啦。係啦，咁啱啱咧就同大家咧就睇咗呢一個嘅即係周邊環境啦。咁呢個地方就 Quinta Do Lago 啦。咁啊，其實咧嚟緊咧都即係都希望Margaret 都同我都會講多啲呢一個地點，因為頭先比較即係遠啲啦，我知道係海岸線，咁但係咧就唔知道究竟其實佢裏邊嗰個即係點安全法啊，點 security 法啊，咁係啦。
佢成個項目都係置身喺即係其中一個好出名當地嘅高爾夫球即係 golf 嘅 resort 入邊啦。咁所以頭先你見到周圍其實都係圍繞住即係幾個唔同嘅球場啦，同埋都有好多即係唔同嘅水上活動可以即係做到。
係啊，咁我哋就唔
時間交
翻俾 Margaret 啦。
Margaret
I just love that video. It really shows the area so well, and the understanding of this resort estate that, as you can see from the Wyndham Grand Algarve logo, is in the heart of. So on this map, it's right in the middle, surrounded by those beautiful golf courses that you just saw. And at the bottom left corner on the map, you can see the beaches, which you just saw again in the video. So it's all there, really incredible. I'd just like to take a moment to talk about the importance of location. GUI are real estate specialists, as is Skylar, and I'm sure the audience today are always focused on location, because location is the first lesson you ever learn in any real estate investment, whether it's for your own lifestyle or for returns. Location is critical. So we've envisaged this property to be in the most spectacular location possible. And I just, of course, would expect investors to look at all the offerings available in the market. And I think you'll just notice that when you start looking at our competitors' offerings, they are not in such a luxurious location. They are in high density areas. We're not such luxurious areas, much further away from the airports. The travel's difficult to get to. And I would just really advise buyers to get onto Google, do your research and check out the location before you consider an investment step, because this is a critical part of your investment. And it's why we believe that our product will hold its value, because this wellness lifestyle resort, secure, family orientated. I mean, it's got everything for everybody, from a 3-year-old to a 103-year-old can find wonderful things to do here. Whereas our competitor set, they really are holding you in the hotel. They're expecting you to use the hotel restaurants because there aren't any restaurants outside locally. Here, we don't just offer an incredible food and beverage selection with our restaurants on site and fabulous swimming pools and fitness and spa, but you have access to everything around you as well. So it's a gateway to this incredible location of Quinta do Lago Resort. So here you see on the map, we're in the center. I think it's pretty obvious if you're a golfer where all the golf courses are, and I'll talk a bit more about the golf in a minute. But you have tennis, you have water sports. You might ask why we put supermarket on the map, but this isn't any supermarket. It's one of the best supermarkets in Europe. It sells gourmet foods from all over the world. So within your residence, you have your own kitchen, and if you want to stock it up with the most incredible gourmet, whether it's Kobe beef from Japan or whatever your heart's desire, this supermarket will sell it. It's really a huge selling point. I don't normally add supermarkets into my sales and marketing pitches, but this is really spectacular. The shopping in the area for your beach outfits or evening wear is really lovely. They've got their own private medical center. So should you have any concerns whatsoever, you've got world-class service on your doorstep. And I think in that video, you might have seen the lovely security cars, the private security cars that go past. So they're very discreet, but they're very, very good. So that is Quinta do Lago. Can we just move on to the next slide, please?
Yep.
Lovely, thank you. So golf, yes.
Too excited like to know more about these locations, and in terms of the locations, it provides not only the security, is not only the luxury, but also the convenience. Because and you guys you pretty know about like how tourists think and how tourists do during the vacations. Everything need convenience for them to buy, to cook, and the shopping and everything else.
And Margaret had actually like lived in Hong Kong before, so she 所以佢都好即係認識。
I know how you like to shop.
No, you know us. You know us how
very well
how we live in Hong Kong and what we need. Yeah.
Yeah, part of my heart is still in Hong Kong. I have very good friends there, so I know Hong Kong very well. So I think this is why this development is one of the most favorite. In my 20-year career, it's one of the most favorite locations and developments because it's got it all. It really has everything you could want. So if there are any golfers watching, pay attention because this is a golfer's paradise. So in order to perfect your par, you've got 7 golf courses, as you saw in the last map, just around surrounding you. You're in the middle of all of them. So 3 of which are championship courses. And we just noticed in Forbes magazine yesterday, they ran an article about the top most picturesque golf courses in the world as seen on Instagram. And Quinta do Lago rated 3rd in the world, which is amazing. And then in Golf Digest, Quinta do Lago is in third place as the best golf course in Europe. So we really have amazing golf everywhere. So whether you want to improve, whether you want to play, whether you want to go on a golf tour trip with friends, you could live here for the rest of your life and not get bored of the golf. There is so much golf, and that's seven golf courses on your doorstep, and then within the Algarve there are 30. So you will never get bored of golf. And there's incredible facilities to improve your golf, incredible training centers. This is a golfer's paradise. And we see a lot of our buyers buying here because of the golf. It's a huge attraction and why people come and live in Quinta do Lago. So golfers, we look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah, that's a really great news for those golf lovers. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to both courses in Hong Kong, and I know you're kind of starved of golf courses in Hong Kong. There's the one out in you've got 2, and I've been to them both. But here you've got 7 on your doorstep, so it really is extraordinary.
Yeah. In Hong Kong, the golf course is normally indoor or even is the outdoor areas is not as big as what we now see in Algarve.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
So what's next? So except the golf course, so what are the attractions that's for?
Well, that's a good question. It brings us on to our next slide, Yvonne. Thank you.
Yeah.
Here we go. So if golf is not for you, Quinta do Lago has everything else, whether it's spas or shopping, horse riding, water sports, but also it's where elite athletes come to improve their fitness. And not just elite athletes, but people that seek to get fitter, to get better at their sport of their choice, whether that's cycling, swimming, running, training, physiotherapy. So it's for elite athletes. In fact, at the end of last year, if we've got any European soccer fans, football fans tonight, this will pique your interest. But September last year, we had the famous football team from France, Paris Saint-Germain team, staying at the Wyndham Algarve because they wanted to train in Quinta do Lago. In this exclusive resort estate, we have one of the best football pitches in the world, and elite football professionals come and they love to stay at our hotel to train specifically at this campus resort. And after this slide, we go into a short film on the campus and why it's amazing for elite athletes, but not only elite athletes, for everybody. When I plan to be on site, I have 2 sons and I will be throwing them into a tennis camp and a golfing camp and a swimming camp and keeping them busy with sports. So whether it's for children or just general fitness. And I think in today's world, this is a huge trend that we're seeing in terms of demand. Wellness is really driving demand for residential property because we all work too hard. We're all stressed out. We're not looking after ourselves enough. And a lot of our purchasers are just realizing that it's time to consider oneself and get fit. And this is what's driving a lot of second home purchases, is to kind of de-stress, get healthy, enjoy sunshine, spend time with your family, and have this holistic, healthy, open air, nature reserve, beach environment to recover from the stresses of everyday lives, because our lives have just got busier than ever. So we're seeing a huge trend in Portugal. The global pandemic did not put a stop in sales. It did not slow things down. In fact, we're seeing destinations like this continuing to rise in demand because you're getting away from high density cities, you're in a zone of wellness, and these types of sanctuaries are just being bought up very, very quickly. So that's why I'm excited to announce this launch live today for the first time to your GY audience as an important offering that's coming to the market. It's really exciting. So if you want to de-stress, spend time with your family, or use your property as an investment, it's going to be in high demand from a touristic point of view as well.
Yeah, and I totally agree with you. And especially we're having the COVID like around the world, and everyone have to stay indoor and stay at home, and is I believe every one of us want to like step out our home and to enjoy the natural environment. So the Algarve and these locations and these projects and the research and exactly that's what we want like, after the COVID getting better. Yeah, and we know that you have prepared another video for us. And but before that, let us have a recap and a highlight in Cantonese first.
Thank you.
Yeah， 其實啱啱咧 Margaret 咧同我哋即係再進一步就去講緊呢一個嘅即係呢一個嘅地方啦。咁其實咧除咗佢個 location 同 location 之外啦，咁其實佢亦都有好大個賣點咧，其實就係一個戶外嗰個運動啊。咁其實咧佢頭先都見到好多都相啦，我都唔再重複啦，即係好多嗰啲即係大家見好多，如果係即係打高爾夫球啊，或者可能係戶外運動嘅發燒友咧，其實呢一個係非常之一個真係對可能大家嚟講係一個天堂啊。係啊，咁同埋咧就係即係有時都講咗啦，其實即係大家可能有時呢一年或者過去一年，其實大家都要喺屋企抗疫啦，咁 COVID-19 啦，咁其實咧我諗大家都即係可能平時都唔係好覺眼嘅，其實可能而家咧大家即係可能留得喺屋企多啦，或者 work from home 啦，咁其實大家都好想行出去即係感受下自然啊，咁其實或者可能即係大家即係可能個呢段時間啦，即係 COVID 可能比較好啲之外啦，咁其實咧即係有所舒緩啦，大家可以去旅行嗰陣時咧，其實我諗大家急不及待就好想去呢個城市，或者好想去旅行啊。
因為其實頭先都有提到就係話，即係可能現代人啦，唔單止係香港啦，或者即係全球嘅人，其實都係追求緊 work-life balance 啦。咁可能即係大家返工嘅時候已經係即係好忙啦，個時間亦都唔係話即係可以抽到好多出嚟去即係享受下生活嘅時候，咁呢一個地方即係佢頭先都有同我講到，就係呢個 The Campus 嘅地方，佢唔係淨係俾一啲係 professional 嘅可能一啲專業嘅運動員，其實你如果係想 keep fit 啊，或者即係可能係想強身健體，你都係可以好即係自由咁去使用呢一個即係設施啦。咁就係除咗即係可能頭先講到 tennis 啊，或者你好中意游水嘅、踩單車嘅，呢度即係全部都可以提供到一啲好專業嘅即係配套啦，同埋設施俾到大家去享用咯。
係啊，咁其實應該咁講啦，其實除咗其實因為大家去即係度假啦，其實去一個 resort 啦，其實唔係淨係即係攤喺屋企，即係攤喺嗰個酒店房裏邊瞓嘅，其實或者可能大家都會感受下即係出邊嗰個即係自然環境啦。咁其實即係可能香港大家都會講真啊，大家可能會話啊，咁譬如我去行山都得啦，咁嗰啲。咁但係其實即係始終喺香港個環境比較即係人口密度比較高啦。但係就去咗外國，其實嗰種感覺又係另外一樣嘢咯。即係其實唔單止係打高爾夫球，其實做其他運動都可以，都係一個非常之享受，即係 enjoy the life 啦，真係。係
因為其實可能好似而家香港或者全球都興起嘅就係 staycation，就因為可能大家都太耐冇去旅行啦，都希望可能住下酒店都可以享受下、感受一下好似去咗旅行嗰種感覺啦。咁所以其實可能去呢一個新嘅Algarve呢個城市嘅時候，其實唔單止係可能去旅遊啊，去睇景點啊，其實都可以享受一下，即係可能當地嗰個生活嗰個culture 啦、節奏啦，或者佢嗰個 lifestyle 啦。係
啊，咁其實嚟緊咧都有另外一段片咧，其實就係即係 Margaret 即係準備俾大家睇咯。
呢個 The Campus 嘅
係啦個 video 啦，係啦，我哋去片。 Wow, I love this video, Margaret. So energetic.
Now you can see why professional footballers love to stay on site at the Wyndham Grand Algarve. But it's for everybody. It just makes you want to get fit. And that's what I love about being in Quinta do Lago. Everyone you see there's on bicycles, they're tanned, they're fit, they're healthy. And you just see these people and say, I want to be like that.
Yeah.
I want to be relaxed and refreshed and healthy. And that's all you can ask for in this world.
Yeah, so after we enjoy the natural environments and then the sports and the campus, and why don't we just share us the nice or decent food in Algarve.
Well, I think after all that exercise, I think we're all hungry now, so we can definitely go to the restaurants, which are just world class. I mean, whether it's casual dining, family dining, here we've got two pictures. One, the top left is a fish restaurant called Quinta do Lago, and it overlooks the beautiful waterlet inways. And you can imagine the temperate, warm climate with a little breeze, and you're there enjoying this fresh fish and wine. It's just fantastic. For our meat eaters, we've got the steak restaurant Bovino in the bottom right hand corner, and it's got a New York feel to it. It's pretty sophisticated. It's the interior design is really snappy, the service is incredible, and it's got a buzz to it. So this is just two examples, but there are many others. There's one of my favorites is the Shack, which is kind of a family restaurant, and it's more than a shack, but it's on a lake, and you can have your morning coffee there whilst your children are practicing canoeing or windsurfing. But there's lots of healthy juice bars and hamburger restaurants and places to go. I mean, it's just teeming with wonderful restaurants. So it's idyllic from that point of view as well. Very glamorous, very sociable, but kind of bare feet chic. It's not super dressy up. It's just relaxed, but still with a touch of glamour.
Yeah, I can say that. For the food that we can enjoy the casual like hamburger and the cafe, the coffee, or if you like the more decent way, so we have the fine dining restaurants.
Exactly, for those romantic nights out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So what's next?
I feel, gosh, we still got more on location. Did I mention beaches? My goodness. I mean, the beaches are exquisite, and I love the shot of the surfer girl. I could never be able to do that, but she looks pretty sporty. But the beaches are just all white sand. They're not Mediterranean. They've got rolling waves, so children love jumping in and out of the waves. It's very dynamic with the action that you have there in your water sports. And then if you don't like the waves, you've got the inlets that are more smooth and calm water. My children love throwing themselves into waves and messing around like that, but it's surrounded by nature, and the Rio Formosa Natural Park is protected, so it'll never be built up upon, and it's all low rise. There's no high rise buildings. It's all so beautiful and elegant, and I think in some of the pictures you'll see this wooden bridge, which is the largest wooden bridge in Europe that you walk to the beach on, and it's just it's a little paradise of an adventure for anyone of any age. It really is lovely.
Yeah, this looks really amazing. Yeah. So how about
I think we should talk about the product. Here we go.
So we're walking from outside to the inside.
Yes. Yeah. So finally, we have arrived at the reason we are here today, and that is the inaugural introduction of the sales of the residences at the Wyndham Grand Algarve. A 5-star hotel, and what I'm here to showcase with your viewers today is effortless ownership with 5-star luxury hotel living, and giving you, your viewers, an opportunity of a home away from home. And what does this all mean? It means you have a dedicated residential concierge that will look after your every need. So before you arrive, they will go to the grocery store for you and buy your food and put it in your fridge. So you've got amazing fresh fruit, fruit, olive oils, local citrus fruits, fresh juices, whatever you desire will be in your residence waiting for your arrival. If you have photo frames, throws, personal effects, personal items for the kitchen, bathroom, they'll all be stored in dedicated storage areas, and our staff are there to lay out your residence just as you like it. They'll take photographs and make sure it's all done to your specification. You have from your home the use of the spa. If you're not going to go to the campus and that's too elite for you, we've got our own brilliant fitness center, 2 swimming pools for you to do your swimming, outdoor and indoor. If your children are bored, there's a lovely children's club, a kids club that has both indoor and outdoor facilities. If you can't be bothered to cook and you're just too tired or too relaxed, then order room service. There's an amazing set of restaurants in the hotel to look after you. And I've added laundry service because I know when you travel as a family, laundry always becomes an issue, but we'll just whisk it away, get it all clean for you and drop it back so you don't have to worry about anything. And I think, Ivan, we talked about kind of, what does this all cost? You've got these 5-star living services, and as soon as developments start mentioning these things, there is a service charge that is associated with all of this. However, when developing this plan with ownership, we decided to come up with this concept of effortless ownership, so that there's just no worries at all. So that within your second home ownership, you're owning a freehold residence within the hotel, but it's under second home touristic designation, and that means that it must be rented out when you're not using it as a second home. We don't have units available for 365-day primary home living. This is purely a second home investment. So when you're not in residence, you will the hotel will rent out your apartment, and you will share the net revenues on this. But we guarantee that you'll never be charged a service charge, whereas most developments will charge you a monthly service charge for the use of all those amenities I've just talked about. But our guarantee here today is that you won't have to pay anything. All you need to worry about is turning up and enjoying your home, watching out for your quarterly share of revenue on your home and the increase in the asset value. That's all you need to think about. So we've got some pictures here today of what a 2-bedroom residence looks like, which has been refurbished for 2021 by the award-winning 22 Degrees, which is a design partnership based in London. But rather than just showing you the photographs, I'd like to
Yep. 我其實啱啱都可以，即係啱啱其實阿 Margaret 都同我哋都講咗好多咧。其實係即係佢呢一個嘅項目啦。咁其實除咗頭先講嘅室外環境之外啦，咁其實我哋即係都即係講下呢個嘅項目，我哋究竟點去 luxury 化，或者其實啱啱頭先一開始阿 Margaret 都有講，呢個係 effortless 嘅一個 ownership 啦。咁其實點樣係 effortless 咧？咁其實我有幾樣嘢我都可以同大家即係都去講，係啦。咁首先第一樣咧就係，既然係 effortless 咧，其實你咩都係唔需要擔心嘅。咁其實咧就係佢好多都係會照顧周到，即係其實我可以即係簡單啲嚟講就係 property management 啦。
係，因為其實佢哋都係一個即係5星級嘅酒店式咁樣嘅住宅啦。咁亦都係即係主攻咧就係可能俾海外投資者係一個類似 second home 咁樣嘅一個gimmick 啦。咁所以其實可能咧你需要擔心嘅就係可能每一個季度啦，佢就話睇下收錢啦，同埋就係睇住服務費啦，係啦，同埋睇住嗰個項目升值啦。因為其實佢亦都係一個即係 second home 嘅項目啦，咁所以佢就係對比其他可能附近類似嘅項目咧，佢係唔收管理費咯。因為即係可能唔係你自己，可能係親自365日都住喺入邊嘅。
係啊係啊，咁其實即係呢樣都係一個重點，我哋想同大家再分享就係其實有好多其他嘅即係項目啦。咁其實佢即係管理一定要俾服務費，咁其實即係呢個都好正常。但係佢呢個係保證，頭先其實聽到 Margaret 都講過幾次 guarantee 係冇嘅，係啦係啦。咁其實咧即係其實佢即係佢哋都即係有呢個概念，其實都希望。所以點解叫做 effortless ownership 咧？其實就係呢一個嘅即係呢一個嘅原因咯。
No service charge 嘅。
係啦，咁同埋其實都見到，其實佢話5星級啦，其實下面咪有好多嗰啲小 icon 嘅，咁其實大家如果即係都會留意咧，其實佢好多都spa 啦，咁又有 swimming pool 啦、room service 啦、laundry 啦、concierge 啦，咁亦都可能即係照顧到家庭嘅，可能有小朋友嗰啲咯。咁啊，其實如果係 for 一啲即係咁啊，大家諗啊，如果投資嘅話，咁其實就會諗下，咁其實佢都要遊客同埋一啲即係租客啦。咁其實呢樣嘢既然佢有咁嘅服務，其實嗰個吸引力同埋佢嗰個即係都會喺度咯。係啊，
因為可能我哋可能講話去旅行啦，咁有時可能你唔熟悉當地嘅時候，你都要可能睇翻就話究竟搭咩交通先可以去到個目的地咧？咁呢個都唔需要擔心，因為佢哋都有個 concierge 嘅服務啦，咁就係可能可以幫你安排一切，或者你去之前已經可以同佢哋講定我想有啲乜嘢準備好喺屋企，或者咩嘢食，咁佢哋都可以即係已經準備好一切等你嚟到。係啦，
咁啊其實咧啱啱即係阿 Margaret 其實講完之後，即係其實佢都話呢一個項目咧，其實佢係重新再去裝修過一次，其實都係 refurbish 啦。咁其實亦都
係由即係倫敦好出名，即係攞獎嘅一間設計公司。
Greece 啦，係啦。咁其實我哋都即係講睇咁多相，其實大家都其實究竟真嘅環境係咩咧？頭先唔係話有真嘢睇嘅咩？其實我哋就有啦。我哋而家咧就喺現場。喺真正喺而家一個項目嘅現場，喺葡萄牙 Algarve 咧，佢有同事喺度，
有同事係叫 Woody 嘅，
係啦 Woody， 咁我就介紹 Woody 出嚟啦。
好 ，Hi Woody。
Hello everyone, how are you?
Yeah, and would you mind to introduce yourself and to where are you now? Where are you now?
Hello, of course. I'm at Wyndham Grand Algarve Residences, so welcome all. Welcome to you all. It's my greatest pleasure to be here with you to show you one of our magnificent apartments. I'll take you on a tour through the apartment 39. It is a 2-bedroom apartment with 3 bathrooms. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's go for it.
Yep. Wow, so excited! So
係啊，咁其實 Woody 佢就而家已經喺其中一個項目度啦。
係啦，咁可以咧就而家喺現場啊，即係講真就真係即係喺我哋遠在而家喺葡萄牙嗰邊，其實就係下晝嚟嘅，係啦。
頭先 Mark 佢介紹緊個 dining 嘅時候，佢形容我已經覺得係好似置身喺現場。
係啦，咁我哋現場而家係點咧
？OK。Over to you, Woody.
Yep.
Let's see if someone opens the door to us. Let's go.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank you, Adriana.
呢個就係我哋呢個嘅一個2房嘅單位啦。Yep, there's a 2-bedroom room type.
This is a 2-bedroom apartment. Exactly. These exceptional apartments are elegant and stylish, yet they are also intimate and homely. This is your own place to relax and unwind, where you can cook and entertain your guests, or you can just order in residence dining from our restaurants. Every aspect and design and functionality has been carefully considered for these apartments. This open plan room and dining area create an uninterrupted space, allowing the glorious Algarve natural light to flood in. Each apartment opens up into a welcoming and spacious terrace or balcony. So there we are, as you can see. This one is Adriana. She's the right person for you to meet. She will provide you.
Breakfast.
I'm sorry for making you jealous. I'm sorry. This is just waiting for us.
Sorry.
Adriana is the right person for you to meet. She will provide you all the information and reply to all your queries. So allow me to take you now to our fantastic bedrooms. As you can see, Every apartment is designed and fit to the highest specifications with imported protector wall coverings and modern furnitures. Welcome to our master bedroom. In each bedroom, you'll find modern designs with comfortable, but so comfortable beds with high quality linen. Can you imagine yourself as just having a beautiful rest here and this beautiful landscaping?
好正啊！
Each bedroom
可能佢行出去嗰個 balcony， 即係出邊嘅時候，其實已經見到而家係即係1月尾啦，但係佢哋嗰個天氣都係陽光海，即係好充足，即係藍天白雲。係啊 ，The weather is so fine.
Yeah.
Another very important feature is this very generous sized wardrobes where you can keep all your belongings, even your personal savings in our size. Another bonus of these bedrooms
storage 都好充足。
係啊係啊，同埋全部都係即係大家酒店式咯。
It is our bathrooms, our en-suite bathrooms. They are equipped with premium toiletry and modern conveniences, so you can relax on a foam bath after a nice day of golf. Stop! I cannot stop focus on this beautiful sight with this beautiful weather. Let me take you now to the second bedroom. As I was mentioning,
我哋去緊頭先啱啱我哋睇完套房啦，咁其實我哋而家就去睇緊第二間係啦，第二間房 second bedroom.
The second bedroom offers 2 single beds in addition to the master bedroom and an easily convertible sofa bed in the living room. This is ideal for a small family, for example. As in the master bedroom, this incredible bedroom also includes a large wardrobe and a fully equipped bathroom with bathtub.
咁所以原來係2間房咧，都係有洗手間，亦都係配有浴缸嘅，即係唔會話可能只係得企缸啦。咁即係地方都好充足，同埋你會見到即係2個 bedroom 啦，同埋嗰個 living room 咧，佢都係有 access 可以出到去出邊嗰個 balcony 嘅位，即係嗰個即係平台嘅位置，係啦，戶外嘅位置啦。咁可能但係上面樓層就會係 balcony 啦。
係啦係啦。
Another amazing characteristic that you may have the chance to notice it is that all the rooms have direct access to our spacious terrace or balcony. Imagine waking up after a very nice night of sleep and having this view.
其實香港都好少會有即係起身咧行到出去露台會有，即係唔係露台嘅，即係一個平台一個花園嘅位置咧係咁嘅景色，其實真係好少好少。同
埋佢啲樹亦都好似真係去咗布吉啊或者 L
係啦係啦，即係完全係一個。
I don't want to make you jealous, but it's just 22 degrees, and you know we are still in January.
We are very jealous.
So all these features together with our great location and the services that we provide makes us the perfect home away from home. I don't know about you, but me and Adriana, we will get delighted with this incredible meal. I'll pass now my session to you. And Marguerite, thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoyed. Me and Adriana will be here to assist you with any query. Thank you, and thank you for coming.
Thank you, Rui and Adriana. Thank you. 哇，真係好正！即係其實佢哋其實會唔會其實我哋係阻住佢哋食緊個 brunch？ 食緊早餐，我都好想食。我哋不過喺香港而家我哋已經係夜晚啦，但係其實講即係始終即係葡萄牙嗰邊其實係即係慢過香港地區其實係7至8個鐘啊，咁所以其實咧嗰邊應該係食緊 lunch 㗎。咁啊，我都好想食啊！同埋頭先你都睇到個環境啦，咁就係一個即係2房嘅單位啦，咁然之後即係可能咧每間房嗰個位即係空間都好充足，亦都有
洗手間啦，同埋亦都可以即係出到去嗰個平台位置啦。咁其實可能頭先咧個平台出邊咧再行前少少已經係個泳池㗎啦。係
啊。咁其實同埋見到個咁大嘅咁開揚嘅景觀啦，咁其實見到其實個屋企裏邊即係嗰個裏邊個房間裏邊都非常之光猛啊。咁所以其實見到頭先已經本身佢個落地玻璃嗰個門咧，其實大家如果真係即係置身喺當中喺度享受到個街，其實就唔使開冷氣㗎啦。其實即係大家打開個窗咁，其實即係可以攤喺度咧，佢就可以即係 hea 下啦。咁啊，得閒出去
就唔好 hea 啊，去到
要去做下運動。係啦。咁其實我諗大家都想即係知道咧，其實究竟即係咁靚啦，咁係兩房啦，咁其實佢哋嗰個價錢係幾多啦？其實等頭先阿 Margaret 都講咗呢個係 effortless 嘅 ownership。咁啊，其實究竟係點 effortless 咧？咁其實究竟等到佢講下咁幾多錢啊？咁其實呢個佢話又 no service charge 啊，又 guarantee 啊，咁其實呢樣嘢，因為有個價錢會係點咧？咁不如我哋又介紹翻 Margaret 出嚟啦，係啦，係 Hello, Margaret.
Lovely to be back. Did you enjoy your site tour?
Yeah, very
Absolutely.
amazing. Very amazing, and we are very jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we just talk about so the apartments is just very amazing and very incredible. And you just mentioned before the live tour, like it's a guarantee no service charge, and this is exactly the effortless ownership. So what's the price?
Not as expensive as you would think. So here we go. The most important part, and what everyone I'm sure wants to ask next: how much do these cost? So it's very simple. As I talked about before, we're talking about a 5-star brand here, but not 5-star pricing. We have a 1-bedroom available from 532,000, and then on top of that, you add your furniture package of 27,500, and that is for that interior design by an award-winning interior design company in London. So I think that's what we're looking for is value for money, so really giving those touches of 5-star luxury residential ownership and interior design, but at affordable cost. And our 2 bedrooms, which you just saw, start at €766,000, and the furniture package is just 37,500. The furniture packages have that, but as we're launching today, we want to bring Juwai and the Juwai audience a very special founders offer, and you are the first people to hear of this offer today. This is the start of our launch. No one has heard this yet. So we are looking to give a founders offer where the first 10 buyers that contact us within 30 days, so just by the end of February, so you need to contact us within that time frame, and if you go through with a purchase, you will get your furniture package for free. So if we go to the next page, please, Ivan.
Yep.
Thank you. We just talk about our Founders Club offer that has been developed especially for Juwai and the Juwai audience. So you can see our contact details at the bottom of the screen there. Do WhatsApp us. Adriana and Rui are waiting for your calls, and there's the email as well. So if you contact us within 30 days, as I said, by the end of February, you will get a complimentary furniture package. That's for a 1-bedroom, 27,500 euros off the purchase price, and for a 2-bedroom, 37,500 euros. So some great savings there. Not just that, it doesn't stop there. We also give you a complimentary parking space. We've got some incredible underground parking, covered parking below. So the 1-bedrooms will get 1 free parking space, and the 2-bedrooms will get 2 free parking spaces. So you can keep a car there all year round. And just to acknowledge our founders, buyers, you will be known for the rest of your time and ownership at the hotel. You will be welcomed into the Wyndham Grand Algarve family as a founders member. You will have specially branded polo shirts and caps. You will have a special founders member key card, so that everyone will know that you were a founding member owner of the Wyndham Grand Algarve. Every year, the general manager will take you out to dinner, and there will be, for the first 4 years of ownership, a concierge gift, which will be a choice of sports, golf, or spa. So that's for the first 10 buyers that come into this development, and yes, this opportunity has been announced for the first time. So we look forward to hearing from the audience today to partake in that offering.
係咁啱其實咧 Margaret 同佢講咗價錢啦，咁其實咧佢有1房啦、2房同埋3房嘅，咁其實1房咧就係50幾萬歐羅起啦，咁而2房咧就係70幾萬，咁而3房咧其實咧就如果大家有興趣嘅話咧，可以聯絡翻 Skylar Group 啦，咁其實就問翻佢哋3房嘅價錢，咁其實啱啱咧亦都Margaret 同學都俾咗優惠俾我哋今日睇呢個直播嘅觀眾啦，係啦。咁其實咧就如果即係頭嗰10個啦，咁喺嚟緊呢30日裏面咧，就去即係如果有意去呢個嘅項目嘅話咧，其實即係成都會有意去買呢個項目嘅話，其實佢就會送嗰個即係 furniture package 㗎，咁頭10個先有嘅啫。咁另外咧，亦都係有一個嘅 Founders Club offer 啦。咁其實咧，除咗佢送一個 furniture package 之外咧，其實亦都係有一個即係送嘅車位嘅，1房就送1個，2房就送2個，係啦。咁另外咧就下面當然啦，咁就即係既然做到個 club members 咧，咁其實當然係有一啲嘅
特別嘅優惠啦，即係或者 benefit。
係啦，咁除咗佢即係有一啲即係嘅紀念品送翻俾你啦，即係帽啊、photo shoot 之外啦，咁其實咧佢嗰個即係當地為咗即係尊重翻你係 Founders Club members 嘅話，其實咧佢哋嗰邊嘅GM 咧，其實亦都會亦都會邀請佢一個即係一個好 decent 嘅晚餐啦，咁同埋亦都係有一啲即係可能講真啦，即係都俾即係送翻啲禮物俾你啦。其實你嚟得嘅通常都係會去度假啦，咁你都可能會打 golf 啦，咁其實亦都會送翻一啲即係相應嘅紀念品俾你咯。咁所以大家其實如果有興趣嘅話咧，其實咧就即係喺我哋而家嗰個comment box 留言啦，或者私信我哋 Asia Hong Kong 啦，或者可能係直接聯絡翻 Skylar Group 佢哋嗰個即係 contact 翻佢哋。咁其實咧即係如果想知多啲佢由 floor plan 啊，或者可能係想知多啲佢嗰個睇多啲相啦，或者可能想知多啲詳情啊，其實都歡迎可以去聯絡佢哋或者係留言俾我哋咯。係啦 ，OK, we just mentioned the special offer to the Hong Kong audience for the first time.
The first time, yes, we're launching it with you. So thank you. We want to give a thank you for being here and hearing the first of this wonderful opportunity, which I am so excited about. I hope you are too.
Yeah, so what's more?
What's more? Let's see. Yeah. Yes, investment return options. Excuse me. So how does this all work, and how do we guarantee that your service charges are covered for this effortless ownership? So first of all, you're buying a freehold but second home ownership, and that comes under a special legal ownership terms where you must rent out your residence back to the hotel for a certain amount of time over the year. So it's up to the hotel to actively rent out your property to make the money back on the hotel, and therefore not charge you any service charges. And we've got the best hotel management team available to do that for you. So it's a really exciting team. So the owner's usage will be 3 months a year. For a second home, that's more than most people will ever hope to spend in a second home. And then you have two options. We're keeping it really simple. One more for the investor and one more for a flexible lifestyle option. So option A for the investor is that we guarantee a minimum 3.5% net return. As a gross number, including all your service charges, that's about a 6.5% return. So that's a minimum 3.5% net return. So you get all your services on top of that, all your holidays, all your concierge services, your swimming pool, your gym use, your spa use, kids club use. So you just turn up and use your holiday unit and get all those 5-star services. Don't even have to think about signing a check. All you need to pay for is your food and massages and cocktails. That's it. So you get a minimum 3.5% minimum guaranteed return. Obviously, we will be working our hardest. My reputation is everything, and we want happy owners, and we want happy owners to recommend this development and recommend our next projects. We want to ensure that our reputation, it lasts for the rest of time. So we will be doing our best to ensure that minimum return is more, but we're guaranteeing a solid 3.5%. To get the 3.5%, there are some restrictions on use during the peak season, because that's obviously when the hotel maximizes its returns, and therefore we can guarantee these returns for you. So that's package A. For package B, much more flexible. You can use it whenever you want, and you'll receive the net room revenue, but there's no restrictions on dates, but we won't guarantee that 3.5% just because you're open to use it in all the peak seasons. So it's very, very simple. And you can choose that, and you can change it at other times. But what do you get for those fees? So when we rent it out, you receive 42.5% of the net revenues, and then the other percentage will be paying for the hotel management, the rental booking systems, advertising your rooms, making sure that the rooms are being used as much as possible to increase your returns. And then, again, talking about that risk-free, effortless ownership, you have your dedicated owner's concierge, you have access to the executive lounge where owners are treated as VIPs of the resort. You've got access to the spa, which includes steam bath and sauna and jacuzzi, indoor-outdoor pools, fitness center, gym, conference room, kids club, babysitting, and complimentary daily golf storage, on and on and on and on. So all these services are included in that hotel charge for renting out your room, and then you get the 42.5% into your net returns, and that's paid out on a quarterly basis.
Yeah.
Is that understood? Was that clear, Ivan?
Yes, and I would like to ask one questions about the option A and option B.
Please.
And is it option A and B? So the owner, no matter they choose A or B, they still entitled like the 3 months usage?
Yes, absolutely. That's a very good question. Yes, absolutely guaranteed 12 weeks, 3 months usage.
OK, I see。所以其實咧，啱啱咧 Margaret 同佢講咗啦，其實咧就係、即係除咗嗱，我哋即係無論你揀一房又好、兩房又好，或者三房又好，咁其實咧，當我選擇去買嗰陣時咧，其實咧就會有兩個嘅即係兩個嘅 package 你可以揀咧，一係 A 同埋 B 啦。咁啊，其實咧 A 同埋 B 其實佢哋兩個咧都可以即係即係如果你買咗之後咧，你都係個 owner 嚟㗎嘛，咁我就可以去住佢即係3個月。咁啊，即係12個禮拜啦。咁啊咧 A 同埋 B 嘅分別咧，其實咧就係佢嗰個即係你收錢嗰個點講咧，佢嗰個 return 個方式有啲唔同。咁啊，如果你 A 嘅話咧，其實佢係有5年個保證，其實係3.5% 嘅。係啦，咁啊，但係咧，其實佢有個位咧，就係、如果喺3個月裏邊咧，其實就係有一啲即係可能因為始終你即係嗰個即係度假或者係旅遊嗰個即係嗰個時間咧，其實係有一啲 peak season 或者係 low season 啦。咁所以其實大家喺熒光幕而家見到嘅話，如果大家揀 A 嘅話咧，其實咧就喺 peak season 咧就可以住2個禮拜。mid season 咧就3個禮拜，如果 low season 就7個星期。咁如果話其實我好難記啊。
係因為可能有時你即係可能想去旅行，有好多時都係即時就係有呢個即係諗法就想去嘅，咁可能咧就會揀 B 嘅 plan 咧就會比較合適啦。咁但係因為呢一個 plan B 亦都係冇 restriction 啦，即係你可能任何時間即係冇分 peak week 或者 low 㗎，幾時都得嘅。咁可能咧佢就 guarantee 唔到嗰個即係3.5% 個 rental return 啦，因為就係你可能任何時間你都會有機會去入住嘅話，咁佢可能就唔可以將你嗰個即係 apartment 出租出去啦。咁所以亦都保證唔到即係嗰5年係
即係個租金最大化咯，係啦。 係啦，咁所以其實咧，大家就可以即係諗下究竟揀 A 同埋 B 啦。咁當然啦，咁如果即係大家即係都想再
投資啊，或者可能 A 就比較合適啲啦。但係大家如果想了解更多，都歡迎係啦留言啦，或者直接聯絡佢哋了解更多。
係啦，咁所以大家就話咁究竟我點買咧，或者可能嗰啲點聯絡咧？咁我就係下一個 slide 啦。So we were talking about we just explained the package A and B to the audience in Cantonese, and so what's next will be so how we gonna buy it?
Easy, so easy. So again, we're talking about effortless ownership, and now we're talking about effortless purchase. And we've really worked hard to make that as easy as possible for your audience today. So what do you have to do next? Well, Adriana and Rui are waiting for you in our sales center. Just contact them, send them a WhatsApp, send them an email. If you can't get to Portugal, we can do, as you've seen, a virtual site visit. So if you want a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom, we also have several 3-bedroom apartments in the Penthouses, which I'll come on to shortly. Just let us know your needs and we will set up a virtual site visit. We've got all the equipment to give you a really wonderful first-hand tour. Unlike our competitors, we're not selling off plan, we're selling real life ready to use property. It's built, it's furnished, it's ready for you to use. So with technology today, we can show you exactly what you're buying. And so all you need to do is choose which residence works for you. And then we will introduce you to proven property and golden visa lawyers and tax advisors. To reserve your apartment, you need to make a 15,000 euro refundable deposit. So that stops anyone buying that unit. It just makes sure it's reserved for you whilst we start the contract process. And once we go into a legally binding contract, you pay 20%, and that will include 15,000 euros that you've already paid. And then from there, it's 30 to 40 days to close, and you can come and use your apartment straight away.
係啦，咁啱啱咧 Margaret 同我哋講咗究竟咧，其實佢成個嗰個流程啊，即係非常之清楚。咁其實咧，佢而家呢一個嘅 sales office 佢嗰個 contact 咧，其實而家喺熒光幕上面啦。咁其實我哋嗰個而家 comment box 嘅 pin top 嘅留言咧，亦都有刊登到㗎。咁所以就大家有興趣就可以留言或者係 contact 佢哋，或者係留言俾我哋啦。咁啊，另外就係如果我下一步啦，咁我就即係都會睇翻，即係佢會有一個 virtual 嘅 site visit 俾你啦。咁其實就睇下究竟要即係都要揀單位㗎嘛。咁其實我哋而家即係當然啦，而家係留喺屋企又飛唔到去啦。咁所以其實咧一個即係 virtual site visit 啦。咁其實但係阿 Margaret 亦都同我哋都保證咗，其實呢一個咧係真嘅，係啦。即係頭先我哋睇一個 live tour， 咁其實係一個真單位。咁就 make sure 就係即係唔係一個流花或者可能係話會唔會其實原來只係一個即係 display unit， 其實絕對唔係，呢個係 real property 同埋一個 real apartments 嚟嘅。咁所以其實你可以揀咗你個單位之後啦，咁啊其實咧咁就即係可能大家都會
可以聯絡佢哋啦。咁亦都係佢哋亦都有同事，即係可能係Adriana 啦，或者係 Wee， 佢哋都係好開心可以同大家 set up 一個即係可能 online 嘅 meeting 啦。咁到時佢哋亦都係可以去到你心儀嘅一個即係房型啦。咁就去做一個即係 live 嘅 tour 俾你睇啦，或者即係可能頭先亦都有提過，其實呢一個兩房頭先 show 俾我哋睇個兩房單位出邊，其實就係佢哋個 swimming pool area 啦。咁亦都係即係可能有 gym 啊，其他嘅 facilities 啦。咁今日可能 cover 唔到或者睇唔到嘅時候，其實都唔使擔心，因為可以聯絡佢哋啦。咁佢哋都係好即係樂意去 schedule 一個即係 meeting 啦。咁就同大家去 share 更加多關於呢個即係 apartment 或者呢個項目嘅一啲即係詳細啲嘅資料啦。
係啦，咁如果咧大家咧即係佢啱啱都講到啦，就係如果個 deposit 咧其實咧就係即係15,000嘅歐羅啦，大概應該係15萬港紙到啦。咁呢一個其實係一個留位費，呢個係 refundable 嘅 deposit 嚟嘅。咁啊，你如果大家即係揀完位留咗位啦，咁啊之後我真係想要啦，咁其實咧到我真係去做 down payment 嗰時咧，其實咧就係即係嗰個房價嘅20% 啦。咁其實咧之前俾嗰萬蚊就會倒扣翻落去嘅，係啦。咁啊之後其實成個 settlement 咧大概咧就會係30至40日㗎。咁當然啦，咁有好多其他嘅細則啦，或者可能係其實我頭先見到有一點話 Golden Visa Lawyer and Tax Advisors 係啦。咁呢樣嘢其實咧，大家我諗相信，因為其實係一個嘅 overseas property buyers 嘅話，其實對呢樣嘢應該係非常之非常之關注啊。咁其實我身處喺香港，其實我唔知點買。咁無論喺 legal 啊，或者係 tax 嗰啲，即係喺個法律同埋喺個稅務方面，咁究竟其實係點咧？係啦，咁其實咧，Skylar Group 咧，其實亦都會提供一啲嘅呢個嘅幫助協助啦 assistance 俾大家㗎。咁所以其實同埋你都頭先講 Golden Visa 啦，咁其實我嚟緊落嚟咧，其實都會同大家都會講下究竟其實 Golden Visa 同呢個 property investment 嗰個關係啊。咁所以其實我哋呢個就如果大家有興趣就可以就留言俾我哋啦。咁我哋就走去下一個嘅總結啦。咁嘅總結其實So may we invite Margaret to get a recap or summary for the unique selling point for these projects?
Absolutely. We're talking about 5-star luxury service provided by the Wyndham Grand Hotel, renowned international brand, we have many reports that show that when your residence is branded, it really holds value, it creates security, it creates that it's well known, it's trusted, and will be for a long time. So you have all this celebrity style services at your fingertips, all risk-free. So we're going to be treating you like VIPs in our Wyndham Grand Algarve world. It's a place where you can enjoy wellness, lifestyle, sunshine, and if it's an investment, all these attributes will ensure that you get a good return, because this is the place that people want to be, especially in Europe. As I said, I've been in this business for 20 years and this is my favorite project. We've really used so much expertise in branded residences to really bring the best of the best at non-5-star prices. So I think this is an affordable yet incredible service offering where you just get an incredible internationally renowned interior designed residence. You get freehold. It's risk-free with a guaranteed return. It's just kind of, and a location that you'll never be able to get into again. I mean, we're talking about villas and in surrounding areas that are going for 5 to 20 million euros. Like Phuket, you have these incredible villas that are available for the super wealthy. I mean, those will be your neighbors, but you're only paying a fraction of that to get into the market. So it's really an incredible offering.
Yeah, thank you for the recap and summary. And I believe that most of our Hong Kong audience or Hong Kong buyers, they are also interested in the golden visa issue. So what's the relationship between the property investment in Algarve and the golden visa? So would you mind to tell us a bit more?
That's such a great point. Thank you for bringing that up, because I believe we go, look at that. This is just effortless presentation. Golden visas, absolutely. It's an investment requirement of 500,000 euro. And as you will have noticed in our pricing, we're just priced slightly above 500,000 euro for our 1-bedroom. So you certainly get the opportunity to apply for a golden visa with a purchase of one of our beautiful apartments. And that's residency quickly as within 3 months or up to 8 months, but it's pretty fast. And that gives you, we talked about Portugal being in the European Union and with the European zone. So that gives you free travel within the EU without any visas. You don't even have to show your passport. It still amazes me when I do it. And you just kind of walk through customs and passport. You don't have to show anything. It's so simple. You also have the security of a second residency. So no matter what happens in the future, if you're insecure about the future, you've got that in your back pocket as something to rely on. And since the UK has dropped out of the Eurozone, we're now looking and seeing kind of the Brits looking for homes like this as well. So we're really expecting huge demand. So just to bring up that point again, that your audience has been brought this opportunity for the first time, but we are expecting
係。咁其實啱啱咧，其實阿 Margaret 都同我哋都有提過咧，其實就係佢呢個 Golden Visa 其實咧就同呢個佢哋呢個項目其實有啲乜嘢嘅關聯啦，係啦。咁首先其實我哋可以逐樣講啦。其實可能大家 Golden Visa 其實都會諗下其實 Golden Visa 其實好表面，其實即係 Golden Visa 咁其實究竟其實有啲乜嘢嘅好處咧？咁其實咁首先都同大家講下啦。其實佢嗰個咧即係投資嗰個門檻咧就係50萬歐羅啊。咁50萬歐羅嘅話，其實都有提過就係其實如果佢呢個項目其實佢嗰個一房嗰個單位咧都係50萬鬆啲咯。
53萬。
係啦。咁佢其實50即係50萬即係53萬 plus 啦。咁其實但係呢個其實都係一個即係比較即係可以即係經濟啲嘅價錢就去申請呢個 Golden Visa 啦。
即係可能好似第2個家園，或者可能你有機會想出走下嘅時候，咁就可以第2個選擇。
係啦。咁同埋其實都有講過啦，Golden即係歐洲嘅 Golden Visa 其實就係你即係一個 Visa 在身，咁你就歐洲就可以
走勻成個歐洲啊。
係啦。
唔需要話特別即係可能我哋以前去台灣旅行亦都要申請即係一個簽證啦，或者可能其他好多國家都需要啦。咁但係如果我哋申請咗呢個 Golden Visa 之後咧，即係可能係唔單止係葡萄牙，即係可能去其他地方咧，都係唔需要再另外額外申請咯。
係啊，咁所以其實大家亦都可以即係去諗下呢一樣嘢，就係如果我即係講真，你好多國籍你都可以申請嘅。咁其實不過真呢個其實會唔會有即係你其中一個選擇或者考慮之列咧？即係我申請一個，我可以歐洲好多國家我都可以即係唔需要再簽證入去啦。咁亦都係一個講真有陣時即係點講咧？即係大家而家呢一個感覺其實就係其實我唔想走，即係其實我未必真係可能係即係想去即刻去離開。咁但係其實都希望有個即係口袋裏邊都有啲即係 secure 先啦。咁所以其實咧呢一個大家都可以去諗下咯。
係咯，同埋有時可能我哋去考慮移居去其他地方嘅時候啦，咁亦都係即係可能唔同年紀嘅人士都會有可能係想去發展嘅，或者想去退休嘅，亦都即係可能想帶埋屋企小朋友家庭一齊去移民嘅都有。咁另外就係其實我覺得呢個 Golden Visa 另一個特色就係即係可能你初去到呢個新嘅國家啦，咁你未必知道自己係咪可以咁快適應到或者融入到個文化啦。咁但係如果即係你住得開心舒服，或者已經即係好中意個環境嘅時候，其實可能咧過咗5年之後，你亦都係可以考慮咧去申請嗰個 citizenship 啦。咁亦都係可以即係攞到即係第2個 passport 咁樣咯。
係啊。咁其實究竟有冇其他嘅即係優點咧？其實我哋都可以繼續即係邀請 Margaret 同我哋去講咯。係啦。
Hello.
Yep.
Sorry.
Hello.
Dropped out.
No worries. Yeah. We kept some advantages or the benefits for applying the Golden Visa. So anything more about the Golden Visa?
Yeah. Next slide.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
These lovely pictures, gosh. So not only will the Golden Visa be for yourself and your wife or husband, but also dependent children and your parents. And you're probably wondering how often you have to stay in Portugal to apply and keep this Golden Visa. Not very long at all, just 7 days per year. But if you prefer, you can do a 14-week holiday every 2 years, and that still keeps you in the Golden Visa program. So again, it's very simple. Applicants are eligible to work, their children are eligible to study in Portugal. It's got wonderful international schools. And you may have heard of the world-class private healthcare facilities that are available in Portugal. That's a huge generator of interest into this area as well. So I think if we have another slide on golden visas, or that might, no, we're into the golden visa tax consideration. So there's no worldwide tax. Some countries in the EU, like Italy, will tax you any worldwide income. The municipal tax is quite low. It's an annual tax on the property, but that's 3 to 8%. and your income tax on your rental income for this property will be at 28%, which is quite reasonable when you compare it across the board at other competitive markets. And then if you wish to live, we do have a few apartments that are for primary home use. You could be interested in a non-habitual tax, which is attracting a lot of people moving to Portugal, which is why it's such a hot market right now. But if you become a resident, you will be exempt from paying personal income tax on certain types of income for up to 20 years. So if you're interested in finding out more about that, do reach out to our sales office and we'll be happy to walk you through that process.
係咁啱啱其實亦都即係好詳細咁講啦，就係即係除咗其他嘅即係申請 Golden Visa 佢嘅優勢咧，即係其實無論喺即係喺家庭嚟講，咁其實佢個即係對個即係家庭 family 啊同埋其實嗰個即係醫療都係一個好處啦。咁啊，另外咧，其實就係佢而家講緊呢個嘅，即係咁講真啦，我即係申請咗入籍啦，或者可能申請 Golden Visa， 咁其實佢嗰個即係我喺當地都買咗樓啦，咁其實嗰個稅務啦，咁啊其實呢一個稅務咧，其實都係一個即係比較合理啦，同埋一個即係比較同埋即係都比較正常嘅，佢嗰個即係唔算話一個好重稅啊。咁首先其實佢亦都唔係話即係可能即係 no tax 啊 worldwide 啦。咁其實呢個其實都合理嘅，咁所以即係其實佢又唔需要你話可能我要即係每個國家都要俾，或者可能我喺香港又要俾，即係可能俾 double， 其實都係唔需要嘅。咁其實佢另外嗰啲，咁當然啦，呢個我哋啲時間有限，我都唔詳細同大家講咁即係太即係咁 detail 咁去講啦。咁其實如果大家有啲咩喺稅務上面一個好 specific 嘅問題，或者
了解得深入啲，亦都係可以聯絡翻 Mary 佢哋啦。咁同埋我覺得頭先有提到一個都幾特別嘅就係，可能有陣時我哋移居或者移民都好驚坐移民監，即係可能要唔要坐可能1年啊或者幾個月啊。咁但係呢個 Golden Visa 就唔使嘅啫，可能你1年裏邊其實你逗留7日，咁就已經可以。係啦，
咁其實2年，其實我諗下我2年嘅都係大概都係2個禮拜啫嘛。係啦，咁所以其實都係即係大家都可以，即係呢個亦都唔算話一個好苛刻嘅條件咯，其實都係容易嘅。係啦，咁我哋啱啱講完 tax 啦，咁我哋究竟下一樣嘢講啲乜嘢咧？
Yep. Just one of my colleagues, I think you corrected it in the translation, but one of my colleagues just let me know that I said it was 14 weeks in 2 years, but it's 14 days in 2 years. I just wanted to correct that. So, but I think you picked that up in your translation. I made a mistake.
We got that. We just mentioned that.
Thank you so much. It's important to stress.
Like many of the overseas buyers, they worry a lot about like living to
like how many days they have to stay in the in a country or in that area for like certain period of time, but don't we can see that the 7 days per year actually is not a harsh requirement. It's a very easy.
Yes, and you can do 14 days in 2 years. You can do one holiday of 14 days in 2 years. So it's very cost effective in getting your family there to stay for one holiday in the 2 years rather than doing it every year, if that makes sense.
I believe if the Hong Kong buyers and buy the projects in Algarve, they will stay more than that because if they buy the projects, they entitled like 3 months per year. So definitely they will stay longer than 7 days. Don't worry about the days.
I will be happy to welcome them.
Yeah.
So just
some fees and taxes.
Dry information, but very important information for our potential buyers. Stamp duty is pretty low. When you look at, again, other destinations, it's at 0.8%. Our IMT, this municipal tax, is actually 6.5%. There's a small error here, which I'll fix after this presentation, but it's still fairly low at 6.5%. And then you've got a notary fee, which is at €2,000, which is pretty standard across the board for legal fees, and a land registry fee it's very small, €200 to €400 flat fee. So those are your buy-side costs.
Very reasonable.
Very reasonable in Portugal, which is again another reason why it's very popular with the European and international markets, because the buy-side costs are reasonable. And then we're just going to end our presentation with some supporting trends of why to buy in Portugal, and particularly the Algarve. I think I've really drummed home why our location is the best location. But in terms of Portugal's property prices, we've just seen continuous growth since 2012. And we anticipate that trend to continue for the unforeseen future. Again, we're just seeing huge trends in people moving away from metropolis areas of Europe, looking for more lifestyle orientated locations to live in. So we just see this trend to continue, again with the Global Peace Index citing Portugal as the third safest place to live in the world. It really has a lot to offer. It's a hot market. In Europe, you'll see that it's the number one hot market. This was in Bloomberg very recently, information supplied by Eurostat. But Portugal's leading ahead of Spain. So again, you know, markets like Ibiza and Mallorca that tend to be very popular with second home purchase investments. Portugal's ahead of that. Luxembourg, Germany, UK, and the general Euro area. So you can see it's a strong market, and there's nothing in the foreseeable future to see that demand going away.
Yep.
And here we have a comparable of our location. So when I talk about the Golden Triangle, it's 3 districts, Quinta Do Lago, which is the first one on this bar chart, and they're highlighted by being the lighter blue in this graph, but they've all made it into the global price league. So we're now looking at global destinations, not just European destinations. And the 3 points in the Global Triangle of the Algarve are all on the global price index, with Quinta Do Lago being number 1. So the only places that are ahead of us on the global price index is the French Riviera, and Barbados is equal with us. So we're actually second on that chart, but ahead of, as I just said, Mallorca, Ibiza, the Caribbean, and Tuscany. So again, just really supporting this investment as a solid investment on the global property investment playing field.
係啱啱 Margaret 其實咧喺呢頭先我哋過咗呢兩個 slides 啦，咁啊其實咧就係都想講翻就係大家可能關心到究竟其實佢當地嗰個樓價嗰個 property trend 係點啦？其實都有一啲嘅即係支持嘅數據就話其實都係即係 keep 住去升嘅。咁其實本身可能需求啦，咁同埋其實本身佢嗰個即係優越嘅地理位置啦，同埋佢嗰個即係比較即係5星級嗰個管理啊，咁所以其實係令到佢當地佢嗰個即係嗰個樓價啦，咁其實亦都係好攀升。咁當然啦，咁可能大家就會即係轉移目標啦。即係其實頭先開場大家都同大家提過，就係喺佢嗰個即係喺好主要嗰兩個城市里斯本啦同埋波圖，其實當大家可能即係可能個門檻越嚟越高啦，咁亦都收緊咗佢嗰個政策，咁大家就會轉移佢嗰個投資嗰個目標同埋嗰個視線就去到 Algarve 度。咁其實而家睇到呢個 Quinta Do Lago 咧，其實佢無論佢嗰個樓市嗰個升幅啦，同埋其實佢喺嗰個即係環球市場佢嗰個價錢咧，其實都係頭嗰幾個。咁所以其實都係一個比較安全啦。咁同埋其實都係即係大家可能投資都會驚啊，會唔會跌啊，或者可能會唔會唔穩陣啊？其實又唔係嘅，咁其實都呢個數據都俾我哋睇到咧，其實佢即係呢個都係一個比較即係安全嘅地區，安全嘅地區係啦。
個金三角嘅地點啦，因為其實可能對於香港人嚟講就會比較陌生啲啦，可能少量嘅觀眾先會了解或者認識呢個地方，但因為始終佢呢一個即係阿爾加維呢一個地方咧，喺外國係好受即係外國人啦，尤其是即係可能英國人佢哋歡迎啦，即係可能佢哋放假嘅時候咧，都會好經常就會去即係 travel 去到呢一個地方啦。咁所以佢嗰個旅遊業即係可能而家疫情啦，咁但係佢之前啊或者平時一路嘅旅遊業啦，亦都即係好蓬勃啦，因為除咗即係陽光與海灘啦，好高級嘅一啲即係會所啊 resort 啦、高爾夫球場啦，佢亦都係有一個即係好出名嘅旅遊景點啦。咁所以其實每年都吸引到唔同世界各地嘅人士嚟到呢個地方去到旅遊咯。係啦，
係啦，咁所以其實最後咁其實究竟呢一個嘅 Golden Visa 大家可能諗下，其實佢可能大家就會問啦，咁其實而家係仲究竟邊即係比較多人去申請係咩咧？咁其實我哋可以交翻俾 Margaret 同我哋去講下啦。Yeah, over to you, Margaret. 係啦，咁啊咧我相信其實大家而家喺熒光幕都會見到啦。咁其實就係、即係佢即係都睇到啦，申請好多咧，其實都即係唔同國家都有喎。其實即係世界可能最多就係、即係中國籍啦。咁啊之後其次咧就係南美啦。咁其實歐洲當然都有啦。咁南非同埋俄羅斯，即係其實東南西北都係有啊。咁所以其實即係呢一個都想俾大家即係睇到就其實Golden Visa 依幾年。嗰個需求都唔係一個細，即係都係大嘅。咁所以點解頭先咪話里斯本同埋波圖其實就係因為好多人都去對呢兩個城市有興趣。
係因為其實佢即係除咗可能去投資一個 apartment 之外，其實佢哋亦都有一啲計劃，就係可能係買一啲舊啲嘅 building 啦。咁但係你就要即係可能花個錢去翻新，然之後再出租出去啦。
係啊。
咁亦都係有好多即係唔同嘅投資選擇。俾到大家去揀啦。
係啊，咁或者可能之前都有講過，究竟其實阿爾加維啊，或者係里斯本啊，或者可能係波圖咁，其實佢哋呢個城市其實佢哋嗰個即係嗰個唔同，因為佢哋唔同嘅 nature 啊。咁其實啲人都喺度，之前都有提過就係里斯本啊，或者係波圖，可能其實即係可能即係尤其是幾年比較多人去啦。咁佢所以其實係工作上面啦，咁其實就即係如果你真係去移民去嗰度住，咁你嗰度做嘢，咁當然啦，咁我要揾工做或者我喺當地生活，咁呢一個可能係會比較適合去自住。咁但係其實如果有好多人如果我真係要去度假或者係投資咧，咁其實咧阿爾加維咧，其實亦都係一個大家可以考慮嗰個城市，即係大家都會覺得呢個係即係度假或者係投資咯。咁其實有好多人就係亦都有另外一個講法喎。講真，Vanessa，其實就係話咧首先我就喺阿爾加維或者喺呢個即係比較即係回報嗰個。即係回報率比較好啲嗰個城市，即係好似即係而家呢個啦，咁去買個單位，咁其實我有收租㗎嘛。咁如果我就可能喺里斯本或者喺波圖度住。咁其實咧，咁我住我都要交租㗎。咁其實就可能就係即係將呢一個嘅回報係啦。咁呢個亦都係即係都係有人會咁做咯。咁當然啦，咁啊即係唔同，即係大家唔同嘅即係嗰個投資啊，或者可能係自住嗰個即係要求或者個取態嗰個目標都唔同咯。咁我相信其實如果即係大家即係對即係可能究竟其實邊度好啲，或者可能係點樣啊嗰個即係 tips 啊，或者係 advice 啊，或者係大家都可以即係即係留言俾我哋啦，私信我哋啦，或者可能係聯絡翻即係Scala Group 佢哋啦。咁其實我相信其實佢哋都可以俾到個即係比較專業啲意見俾大家咯。因為其實即係講真
因為始終我哋人生路不熟啦，咁所以今日其實都好開心就係揾到阿 Mark 去上嚟同我哋 share 啦。因為始終佢係比較即係了解當地啦，咁亦都係佢哋公司就即係好好啦，有唔同嘅 connection 啦。可能頭先有提到係關於係 tax 嘅，或者可能係 legal 嘅，或者可能係申請 Golden Visa 嘅，佢哋都會有相熟嘅一啲專業團隊啦，咁就可以即係解答到大家問題咯。即係可能有時我哋揾資料可能都係 Google， 或者可能好彩嘅當地已經有移居咗去嗰邊嘅朋友就可以問到啦。但係如果唔係嘅話，其實都唔知究竟邊度係好啲啊。
係咯，我哋請翻阿 Margaret 出嚟啊，係咯，咁樣同佢講。Hi Margaret.
Hello.
Yeah. We just mentioned about like the applications, the racial slides is we can see that
many of the Chinese by
it's a big bar.
Yeah. So what do you think?
Yeah, I think who's this from? This is from a company, the Portuguese Homes Source Portuguese Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So they are letting us know that this is a very popular program for China buyers. So we're seeing 4,291 applicants applying for this visa. And I hope we've given you a rounded view as to why.
Yeah. Yep. So what's next?
Questions that, I think we've got one page just to give you a little glimpse of our penthouse product, and that's price upon request. Do we have that as the next slide? As an appendix, yes, here we are, penthouses. So they're sumptuously designed. They're 3 bedrooms with massive terraces overlooking the luscious nature that surrounds the hotel. Again, that's price upon request. They are limited. There's 3 of them. And yes, if you want to find out more, do get in contact with us. Myself and my team will be happy to provide more information. And that is the end of my presentation. We've been going for almost 2 hours, so I hope we've given you a really good view of what life is like in Quinta do Lago and how the Wyndham Grand can really welcome you into the family at the hotel for a 5-star lifestyle.
Yeah, thank you, Margaret, and to bring for us the real apartments in Algarve. And one question to Margaret. So what do you see the Algarve, the different city in Portugal, like Algarve, Lisbon, and Porto? So
Porto, yes.
Yes. So we can see many news or messages like they compare taking those 3 cities in comparison. So what do you see these 3 cities? Like Lisbon is for work, for living, or for resort or vacations. So what do you think?
Lisbon's a wonderful dynamic city, but it is the capital. It is the financial capital of Portugal. It's where the business is done. It's where you're there to work. So if I was going to live in Portugal and I was going to have a job or run a company, you'd probably be based in Lisbon. But as we're seeing lifestyles changing, we see this product for people that, we're all now working from home, that technology is allowing us to and affording us to live in different opportunities. We're seeing people buying into schemes like ours, into properties like ours, as part of a work-life balance. So the Algarve is very much leisure and wellness. It's not a city, it's a resort destination. Porto and Lisbon are more commercial centers and cities. But because we've got great Wi-Fi, great conference rooms, business center, you can work very well from the Wyndham Grand Algarve, as well as enjoy those wellness benefits. So we'd imagine that our buyers will be utilizing their 3 months, 12 weeks a year as part of a kind of work-life balance from their primary homes, where either their children are being educated or they are having their main office hub or corporate hub elsewhere, but they're able with technology to address that balance of life and wellness and afford a second home in a resort type location that affords them to look after themselves, get away from urban inner city mass populations and just get away from all of that, but yet keep their companies running, keep their investments running, and have connectivity. And I think we're seeing that across the board in ski resorts, in the countryside. There seems to be a mass exodus out of cities now and going into more low-rise, less dense populations. And so we've got very little supply. So, we're launching 132 units now, but we expect them to go. And once they're gone, they're gone. This is not an area that's got development after development after development, because it's just not allowed. It's all protected area. You're not allowed to build high. It's totally protected. So this is why it's an extraordinary opportunity. But once it's gone forever. So I think for those lifestyle purchasers that want to address their lifestyle balance or want the security of that investment because the supply is so low, it's an incredible opportunity.
Yeah, thank you, Margaret, for sharing so much to us. This is not only about the projects, but also the lifestyle, the own experience, and so what her thoughts and what she think about investing in Portugal, in Algarve, and the Golden Visa thing. So last but not least, so if you have any more questions or any inquiries, just feel free to comment our Facebook comment box or a message to our Joy.Asia Hong Kong. And so thank you, Margaret, for today, for sharing with us. And we see you guys next time. So
Thank you, Evan. Thank you, Vanessa. Lovely to see you.
Thank you.